Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm back with an actual vlog, not just gig footage, show footage, church footage, whatever. So we're playing again at the Valley tonight here in Vernal. Seems like it's the only thing going on right now is once a month at the Valley, so I'll take it. But this show's a little bit different. It's actually I'm going to be doing an audition type tape. I've got to record me playing with my in-ear mix for a guy who's interested in hiring me for a 6 or so week tour later this summer. So he just wants some more footage of me playing, so I'm going to be recording that tonight with my in-ear mix. I let this week get away from me. I have to change out my 12-inch tom head. See if I can show you. So a couple months ago I let some people borrow my drums for a concert here in town, and the drummer just absolutely destroyed my tom, a 12-inch tom. I don't know if it's showing up. Sorry, I'm trying to get my back screen to show up and it's not working. Anyways, hopefully you can see it. There's a bunch of dents and ripples. These heads you have to hit extremely hard to do that. So I have to replace that before I go. I meant to do it all week, and I just got busy with work and some other things going on in life. And now here I am. I've got to be to the venue in 20 minutes, and I haven't changed out my tom head. So I'm going to do that real quick. I probably won't tune it up here. I'll tune it up there at the venue. Oops, got to see my ceiling. But yeah, I'll change that real quick, and then we'll load up and get to the venue. Alright, so I got the head on, tuned it up higher than I typically would, just to give it some time to stretch, oh my goodness, can't talk, on my way over to the venue. Yeah, so I'm going to put this away, start packing up. I got a lot of stuff to pack up. All of this has got to go in my car. All of this. I'm hoping you can see. It's super dark. All of this has got to go in my car. And I got to get my laptop. I got to get my iPad. All the mic stands over there. Yeah, all of it's got to go in my car. So I got to start packing up and got to get to the Valley in 10 minutes now. So we'll start loading up. loaded up. We're gonna head to the valley and unload this stuff. And I was gonna try to fix my light, but I'm out of time. So yeah, we will, sorry, see you there. Bye.